boys. Alright, boys. So today is Wednesday. We took a trade, the first trade of the week, actually. But yeah, we ended up taking a decent trade. Not bad of a trade. Could have been better, but a dub is a dub in the end. But yeah, let's just get explaining. So today it was on ES. Let's just start with a daily. As for the daily, I didn't even see shit, not gonna lie. Hold up, yeah. We had CRT here on this high and this low. We never even tapped it until like, I don't know, after the PM session, but yeah, but start of the market, we just dumped. We just straight up dumped. Took a shitter. I could have taken a short because we did sweep liquidity on the high time frame, and looking at the low time frame, there was really not much I could have I mean, if I go in the 1 minute, I could have taken a short with like, because we sweep this liquidity above here, and we only have like one fair value gap right over here, and that would have been the trade. But I would at least want to see price come into EQ before I would even take a short. So therefore I didn't even take a short. But I was just waiting for a reversal after the huge ass dump. I drew liquidity here on the 15 minute and right over here, because high time frame liquidity was like only here, but we did not even reach all the way down there to that low. So it was just some low time frame liquidity that we were kind of focusing on. So after we swept this 15 minute liquidity, I waited for some bullish momentum to form, which we get right over here at the 8 o'clock closure. We get a bullish candlestick, and at that time you could see that we created an equilibrium for the bearish shitter that we create. So scale down to the 5 minute. This is what we're looking for. I was honestly looking for a 5 minute fair value gap. So we kind of get a fair value gap right over here and right over here, but I'm not really trying to enter off that. I kind of want to see more confluence, I guess, but we end up getting more reaction on the 1 minute, and I'll show you very quickly. But before I tell you, we also had a 5 minute fair value gap here, and on top of that we had a 15 minute and 30 minute. But in my opinion, I was not that worried, and the reason is because we just swept liquidity. So you can count this as liquidity on the lower time frame, but 15 minute, I consider that pretty low still, because I mean, high time frame would be considered like 1 hour and the 4 hour, which we never reached. So it was only the 15 minute and the 5 minute, because we get liquidity right over here and we kind of sweep it. So in my opinion, that was good reasoning for us to kind of take a long. Obviously, like I said, we could have taken a long way down here when the 5 minute fair value gaps formed, but in my opinion, I kind of missed this, honestly, and this would have been a better trade because it hit the BPR. I'm telling you guys, if you get a breaker struck to the this is what the ideal strategy is: a liquidity sweep, ideally on the high time frame, a liquidity sweep on the low time frame, a 1 minute breaker structure to the upside, a 1 minute equilibrium, and a 1 minute BPR. These 5 things is all you need, and I'll explain this that 5 piece that you need. But the trade that I actually took, it wasn't exactly like I just said it, but I'll show you a trade that I could have taken, but I did not because I kind of missed it. So low time frame liquidity, high time frame liquidity, not really, but low time frame liquidity, yes. Get swept here, come up, we wait, form a 5 minute fair value gap. I didn't take a trade off that. We ended up coming above, creating another 5 minute fair value gap, but before that, we broke a structure to the upside, creating a 1 minute equilibrium and a 1 minute BPR here. And BPR is an inverse and a regular fair value gap together, which is like an area that is like a stronghold, I guess you could call it. Entry would be right over here at the BPR, stops at this equilibrium, and then you would target this 15-minute bearish equilibrium, which would have been at this halfway point right over here, and that would have been like maybe a 6 RR or even more. And I wish I took that trade, but I didn't. So the trade I took was kind of risky because we were at this 5-minute fair value gap, but in my opinion, I wasn't really worried about it. I knew that we had potential to come down, but I was a little not patient. So, and this is the five hand strategy that I could have used. Not five, the 5 finger. What should I even call it? The 5 finger. I'm just say 5 finger for now because the 5 hand doesn't even make sense, bro. I don't even got 5 hands. All right, so the 5 finger strategy, ideally it would have been this. So we get a breaker structure to the upside, EQ forms because of this bearish candle. We have a BPR right over here. Price taps into the BPR, entry, and then stops below at this EQ. On top of that, the liquidity, like I said, we only get on the low time frame, which was here, and I guess 15-minute, so it's not bad. But if you really want to be like more confident, get that high time frame liquidity sweep. But in my opinion, I think I was all right with this trade. So the reason why we enter right over here is because usually what could happen in a certain case is price would, you could see that there's so many fair value gaps formed. There's one up here and one down here. So sometimes price just taps into the initial fair value gap and then just goes bazonkers upwards. And I thought that was going to happen. So I kind of waited patiently a little bit, and then I just took an entry off here at this level. So I was kind of impatient, but in the end, my confluence worked and it was correct because we never got stopped out. But yeah, if I was more patient, entry would be here, but we get the entry here. And then TP at the 15-minute equilibrium. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for the trade. But other than that, it was a pretty decent trade. It wasn't the best, but it could have been better. But we still have 2 days left. 2 days of trading days because we have PPI and employment on Thursday, and then Friday we don't have news. I don't think so. So we still got 2 days, and we are up 2% within this week. So far, this month has been decent, but we will see what comes within the later of the days, the end of the month. But yeah, wish us good luck, and yeah, next video.